What's up, Digidestins? Did you hear the bell? That means it's another day in the Market Watch. So guys, without further ado, we're going to be talking over about Exceed Apocalymon. This is going to be exciting because it's starting to show up on the market. Don't buy into the pre-sales because this set is looking to start to drop to cheap. So without further ado, let's talk about all the goodies that are going up, down, being ridiculous, and all in between. So without further ado, let's get into the video, shall we? So first off, we're going to talk about Exceed Apocalymon. So booster boxes right now sitting at $61.70. So this is not looking good. This set looks to be on its fast track to being a like $50 set, if not less. People are going to be trying to just move this just to move it. The problem comes down to when a set is basically heavily hit, that basically your two best decks are hit to the point where you feel unplayable. And people are just now looking to BT16. Once you have a secret hit that basically nullifies your product sale, because again, you get them for what, 4 weeks, and then basically it's advanced starter deck format, which is a little bit better because Terriermon's just that powerful of a advanced deck. So yeah. So, but looking at the Europe side, it's looking like 84. Going down as well, but still holding in the high price range. Blast Ace booster boxes, though, showing a comparison of what's going on with this. This thing took a while for it to actually come into the 65s, and now looking at it now is in the 80s. The fact that, you know, this has format warping cards in it. One, you do have a lot of the support that Blast Ace needed to give. You have a lot of green support that Exceed is going to now give to Palmon, which boosts up that. You have the trainings in here, which are super important cards. Yes, we get them as starter decks in the Liberator starter decks as alternate arts, which is going to be a little more chase friendly there. You just need to buy 2 of each and should probably have your playset. Outside of that, like, we have the Blast Ace booster box. You know, there's a lot of good value cards in the alternate arts and everything like that. So the set is holding stronger than expected. So I'm going to say Exceed's not going to reach Blast Ace contingencies. I'm going to say it's going to continue to dip down. I don't see this thing climbing up. Even though they do have the LM support inside the main set, which was a bad call again. Bandai, why are we doing this? So outside of that, yeah. Looking at it right now, close to 80s to 90 euros on the Europe market for your boxes. So hopefully Exceed comes down for you, because you paying for what Exceed's worth is not. Lunamon textured Animal Coliseum. I feel like this card is going to start coming down more. Feel like he'll come down in the $20 range over time. I don't see the deck needing any more support. This deck is actually pretty solid. It just takes the right pilot under the right circumstances. Europe side, 25 euros to 30 euros. Definitely showing in a little bit of a bump here. Raremon. Who in the RideMon is pushing Raremon? Like, let's be honest, $30 for this card makes no sense. Yeah, 13s, 14s are fine. But this thing is really played in Mugen. I know SetCon had a top list with 2 copies in there, but I mean, let's be straight. This card is not the go-to need that you want it to be. I think it's a good card, don't get me wrong, but Mugen plays it and isn't required to play it. If you're saying you need this for purple decks aren't really going to be wanting to use this as much anyway. The viable purple decks didn't need this in the first place. I think we've come to a point where we think we need these cards, especially once we get the newer support that comes in with the, you know, Levimon's support that comes in BT 15 and 16. That engine is pretty solid in itself, and it's holding Leviamon strong. So stuff like that is just very important. So $30, I just don't see him holding that long. He'll come down probably back into the 18 range pretty easily. Europe side, 14, 16, 17s. Yeah, expect this. He is showing some climb up too, but 20 euros and 33 cents is not worth it. Seadramon definitely is holding strong after its buyout. in the 14s. I don't know. Aquatic stuff is aquatic stuff. Europe side looking like 12s to 14s to 18s. Yeah. Heavy Leomon starting to show some movement uptick. It's a good deck, don't get me wrong. People are going to learn how to play it. We have new things that can actually play really well with the Leomon stuff. And that is, guess who? Are you going to want to hear it? That is the new Chaos, the new Ultimate Chaosmon. Definitely plays well in Leommon's deck. You can definitely play it. There's just a lot of possibilities that you can do with it. But Heavy Leomon is just one of those decks that are going to be good. And it's a confident pilot situation. Europe side looking like 5 to 7 euros. Kawagamon. This is because Leopard and Insects are just gonna... Insects is just gonna be nuts once we get to BT16. So, one of those things is don't buy them all now. Just buy them one at a time if you don't have any. So, just keep that in mind. Europe side looking like 6 to 7 euros. Then we have Analog Youth at 4 euros for you guys and about $9 a pop. Going down and cooling off a little bit. So... guys, one of the major things I would recommend doing with this card is if you don't have it, I would just go with a Classic Collection box. You get 2 Analog Youths in a box. So, I mean, yeah, you get a bunch more packs and stuff like that. But for $30, yeah, that's banging. You definitely get your values worth in 30 for Classic Collection. And then you have the shot at, you get 2 alternate arts, which add up to making it to $30 into your box. So, very easily, you can make your monies in there. It's just, you'll break even at 30. And I'm just telling you that. It's a box that's worth 30, nothing more. Europe side looking like 33s, 34s. Lunamon Alter, $12.64, starting to tick up. They announced the participation for regionals, and it is, you have Flaremon and... not Flaremon. Is it... yeah. Cressamon and Flaremon, or Flaremon. Well, the ultimate of the two for this deck have a stamped art. So yeah, $12 a pop. Congratulations on Lunamon. Lunamon, stay low, please. Europe side looking on 11s to 12s. Minitamamon, Alternar Art Animal Coliseum. Going down, and I expect this to keep going down. The reason for this is that it only has like one deck that it's going to be really good in going into BT15. And then once BT15 is over, this card gets removed instantly and you go right into Magnamon shenanigans. So there's no reason for the Minitamamons. Europe side looking like 5 euros to 8 euros to 9 euros. Skull Nightmon, $15 a pop and climbing. No surprise here. Just after the Bagra top, there's just an expectation of this going up. So, yeah. Europe side looking like 9 euros, 12 euros, 14 euros, going up. Mervamon, Dimensional Phase, BT11. Anybody want to explain to me why this is still going up? This should be tanking now, especially since the format's almost over. Well, it's got basically 4 more weeks, 5 more weeks-ish. So, definitely have some time here. Europe side looking like 5 euros, 6 euros. Saiki, Alternar Blast Ace, going down, boys and girls. Good to see she's cooling off. $38 is not bad. Depending on what the restriction does, if the police deck is actually really viable, I expect this to go up again. But the Mumsymon support actually wants to have her in this too. So the Numan deck wants to use her. Europe side looking like 30 euros, 33 euros, 35 euros. Yeah. Rust Tyrannomon Ace. Don't invest into this. Regional participations has Rusty Boy Ace in there. So if you guys had it, you know, congratulations. Now you have a shot at it with participation. So signing up for regional events, these will start flooding. Europe side looking like 10 euros, 12 euros, 14 euros. Morphomon. Morpho, just keep an eye on. You probably want to start picking up copies little by little, especially once the reveals for BT 17 starts showing up. You know for a fact that this is going to go up. Europe side looking like 8 euros, 10 euros. Rapidmon New Awakening BTOA. Don't invest into this. You're going to get an Alternar Art in the advanced deck. So there's no need to invest into $6, but it's going up apparently. So people are buying it, which if you like the art, go for it, but that's up to you. Alternate art looks kind of better. Europe side looking like 5 euros, 6 euros. Not terrible. So yeah, wouldn't invest into it. Errata box toppers, $17 and climbing. As much as I love Borman, this is going to keep going up. I wouldn't be surprised if he hits $25, actually. I expect him to keep going up once the Borman deck is fully realized and shown off, especially once BT17 is shown off. This probably will sit at $20 very easily. And if you guys are sitting on this, flip it. I think it's a good money once it reaches that $20 range. So just giving you a heads up. Europe side, 5 euros and 50 cents, and just completely bought out from there. You guys are like 15s, 19s, 20s. Yeah, Errata's having an effect on the Europe market. Leomon X Antibody, who was the crazy fool that spent $40 on this card that doesn't actually see play in the deck? I mean, you want to run both Leomon Ace and Magnamon Ace. They're just better options. This one's conditional to Leomon for the recovery, and it just does one thing. This is not worth it for your Leomon deck. It's really not. The Yellow Vaccine deck just wants to play those two, and it just functions a lot better with those two. And that's from personal testing, and even going further into the Magna, this card just doesn't see play. So anybody giving you suggestions on this card, I think, is just bad advice. This card is just not worth it. I mean, congratulations, you made it a $40 card, but I would not invest into it like that. I'm sorry. It's just a bad buy and bad sale. It's just not worth it. Europe side looking like 11 euros, 12 euros, 13 euros. See? This is prices that I would say, yeah, you know, if you really want to test it, this is what you want to do for max rarity. 11 or 12 euros is fine. Paying $30 to $40 is not. So I would not invest into it. Palmon Alternar Blast Ace starting to show some uptick. No surprise there. Plants are going to get some nice needed support. So BT14 is really looking solid for that. Europe side looking like 10 euros, 12 euros. Congratulations. Apocalymon. Buy it. Buy it. If you guys are planning on picking up or playing anything that is Gamamon, that next set, this is what you need. You need 2 of him. So at the moment, the Alternar Art's at $6 a pop. The regular art was like 8. So yeah, pick up the Alties like now. You only need 2. So spending $12, that's not a bad deal. I mean, well, this is 14, but that's still not a bad deal. I think 14 is really solid. Europe side, 17s to 19s. Yeah, you guys have it nearly double our prices. If you guys wanted to complete your, Gamamon deck, time is now. Regulus Man, Resurgent Booster, RBO1. Going down, it's down to 350, which is good to see. Spicy, maybe 2 to 3 of in the main core anyway, so don't waste too much money. Europe side looking like 3 euros, 4 euros. Borman Alternar Classic Collection finally tanking. The EX6 version is just a better this. This one isn't. This one's just super squishy. It only gives blocker, and security effect is really good, but it's just not worth it. Europe side looking like 8 to 10s to 15s. Hammer Spark. So this one for the championship finals is being bought out, apparently. Like, earlier this week, somebody just came along and bought all the lows, which, yeah, no surprise here. Now it's sitting at 15s, 20s. Not selling, but it's just kind of crazy to see that it touched 15s. Europe side looking like 17s to 23s. Yeah, whoever did that, mad lad. Numan on buyout. We're just at 10s and bought out. Yeah. Yeah. 2 great decks that want to play it. Digipolice and Nume. Europe side looking like 9 euros, $1, 2 euros. Yeah. Metal Greymon 3x3 November 2023 top 4. So the 3v3 sitting at 250. Last copies were sold at the 200s. So yeah, I mean, this is a good card. If you want it, go for it. Europe side, 109 euros, 129 euros. So a lot cheaper than us by a good margin. Cargo Digimon Blast Ace bought out. Sadly, they announced the participation prizing is a Cargo Digimon with the participation champion and finalist. So with those three in mind, this card is going to hit the market back pretty quickly. People are going to try to make their money back after just spending so much money on this card. I feel bad for you guys for investing into this. I would have waited a little bit. I knew that they were going to do some shorter crazy shenanigans, but hey, 1 euros to 2 euros, congratulations. But all in all, guys, that is the market. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one. Peace.